Welcome everyone, it's Vapors of Dracomar. It's time for some more Raid Shadow Legends. I'm going to be continuing on some quests. So we're going to start with a Dragon's Lair. I might try this, but I'm going to do a different setup. How do I want to set this up? Probably with more defense, eh? Yeah. Yeah. This is going to take a while, needless to say. Because, these waves are really awful. Let's just keep it going. Never said this would be easy. Because at this point, all the waves alone are ridiculous. And we're going to want to target this spirit host. For obvious reasons. You can see how OP block debuffs is alone. That move alone is ridiculous. Well, let's still try. Let's see if Ninja plus this can deal with it. I probably needed a different team comp, but we're going to try it anyway. Because Ninja's okay versus Dragon, but again, this also tells me on things I can improve on in terms of durability. Getting through those waves, though, was absolutely brutal. Like, it's ironic that the only one that survived that was Ninja. Because he used to not be able to do that. He used to not be able to continuously do this. I mean, I still think we have some DPS. I mean, I've done this dragon once before. I don't think I can do it from Valerie solo. I don't think that's going to happen. Yeah. I think the real issue here is we have too much negative affinity going on. Because it's rare to say that, but force affinity is negative here. I mean, I could do Kale, but he doesn't have his runes. I don't think his gear that good. Gotta focus down that spirit host though. Because that's gonna be the key to killing it. And then we gotta deal with these Lurias. Well, I'm assuming at this point do mad amounts of damage. But yeah, I think my real problem there was too much force affinity. Which is a rare thing for this account, but I'm starting to get more force affinity champions. That's part of the problem. You got a leech on ya. Got another burn. So yeah. I'm thinking another magic affinity nuker is what we need to get to higher species of dragon. Since I can't provoke him to go for other methods of controlling the dragon. Like so. Oh, what kind of madness is that? Night Revenants. You know, that's not a bad addition. Can we actually beat this boss with this addition? That's the real question. Because here's the deal. We didn't have this as a Knight Revenant before. So maybe she'll allow us to beat this boss. There's a possibility. There is a faint possibility that it'll allow us to beat this boss. There is a faint possibility. There is a faint possibility that she could still kill this thing. Yeah, no. That was almost done. She almost carried that. So it could be. There's a very real possibility that we could beat that if I get her to that state. There's a very real possibility. Yeah, I think it's actually worth it for me to take her to 6-star. Because one day, with any luck, if I 6-star her, I might actually be able to beat Knight Rev's Faction Wars. And as a bonus, deal with the debuffs in this tower. Because she nearly dealt with those debuffs. You do realize how close we were. Because Valerie works for defensive purposes, but she has limited scope. She doesn't stop debuffs. So yeah, we got to 431. We're going to keep climbing and see where we can go. Because I'm pretty sure we can get to some pretty crazy places. Okay, here we're going to have to be careful. We have to be careful with the Centurions. You either have to kill them first or kill them last. Because they can transfer... But yeah, if that didn't show you reason why, like the thing about Sepulchre's Sentinel is I wasn't using her. Faction Wars isn't her primary calling that I'm really doing it for. Her primary calling is to stop debuffs, Spider, etc., etc. That's her primary calling because she's better at it in terms of, you know, blocking it more frequently and more in general. She's better at it. So it's better that he does it now when there's less enemies on the field than if he does it. Like, you either have to wipe him out early on, Centurion, or you have to wipe him out late, because you don't want him to health swap you at the wrong time. That's the key here. Because it's the timing that usually screws you. Like, you don't want to time your abilities for when he's gonna... There we go. We're going to want to keep going as far as we can. And then later, I have to try to let on rank 6 and help Sepulchre. Because I'm thinking Sepulchre is going to be key to beat this tower. Because you're not going to want any of those debuffs later in the tower to hit you. And leaving her at 50, I don't think is an option. Because I'm going to need... Because I might be able to beat at least Doom Tower normal. I don't know if I can be... I can't beat hard, but I'll be able to beat normal. I think. It's there are signs. See, the main reason I'm trying to get... The main reason I'm trying to crowd control the Sepulchres is because the Sepulchres are very annoying. And she can res them. Wonderful. She can res those Umbral Enchantresses, which I'm beginning to understand at least some of their names now. Because over time, as you play the game, you get to learn the names of champions slowly but surely. I know the names of everyone on my team, but gonna keep going up the tower. I think these are frost skins. That's a ray. It's either a ray or a blind seer. That's a Luthia, because I pulled one on my other account. I think on my first account. Not my first account, second account. This is the first account. This is the one with the Drexthar. This is the one with the Drexthar. I mean, I would go for Dur the Hungerer, and I'm trying to, but at the same time, I don't really care about the fusion. That's the thing, because I have enough champions. What I do care about, though, is creating my cleanser. Because I have provokes and stuff, but I need a cleanser. That's what I'm going to try to do later, is to develop a cleanser. That's what I'm going to try to do. Today we also got to see why Vayne is broken. Got to see that. Like, Vayne isn't broken. I'm like, no, Vayne is very broken. What kind of weed are you smoking? What kind of weed are you smoking? She just went legendary and got 2 pentas in the span of 13 minutes. Yeah, she's broken. Anyway, burning them down effectively. Tanix Hate Flower, a champion I'm not even bothering to develop for the time being. This tells you how late game this is. Because you can only get her at 210, day 210. Typically. I'm not using her right now because, again, she doesn't really fit into any of my teams right this second. Whereas, well, maybe in Faction Wars, but other than Faction Wars, she's not really going to be useful anywhere. The main person I have to prepare is my Sepulcher, actually. Because Sepulcher is going to give me the ability to deal with debuffs really well. Which you kind of need versus certain content. Like, I'd love to say develop Dark Elhain first, but then I don't think I'm ever going to climb the tower. Because in order to climb the tower, I have to either do arena, like there's arena or climb the tower. You have to make a decision. And since I want to climb the tower, I'm going to have to do Sepulture first. Because if I don't get rid of those debuffs, one of the evil spiders up the tower is going to kick my rear really, really hard if I don't have some block debuffs and reduced duration. Because that's kind of what you need. I don't remember what's on floor 40. I mean, I think it's Sorath. I can't tell. I know it's not Griffin on this rotation. This rotation's more, how do I say it? Traditional. So there's, you know, Sorath, Borgoth. That kind of deal. Now, I would say that dealing with debuffs is not really valuable, but that would be a fallacy. Trying to stop the man-eaters. Because the man-eaters are a serious issue, as you can clearly see. As is Rhodos. Rhodos is a major problem. Like, the thing that's really annoying about dealing with Rhodos is he does hella damage. And if you're not prepared, he will screw you over. But yeah, the number one thing this account lacks, other than a block, like other than a nuker, is a block debuffs, a proper block debuffs champ. Like, developed. So yeah, I do have to do that. There's a lot of content I just can't do without someone like Sepulture. Doesn't have to be her precisely, but it has to be someone to do that job. Beat the speeder. Beat the speeder. The speeder is escaping. The speeder. Now, there is another alternative route, but I less prefer it. The reason why I think it's worth is because I am coming up on a historic event. Dark Elhain won't help me with the historic event as much as Sepulture will. So that's why I'm thinking Sepulture will be the bigger deal. But I can't get there tonight. I mean, I guess Dark Elhain could just kill the spider and we could forget about the block debuffs, but I don't think so. I really don't think so. And I highly doubt I'd pull anything better for block debuffs than Sepulture or Spirit Host. Because yes, this is going to be the final floor for this area for tonight, and then that's it until tomorrow. Because of the key system. Get them all out of the way. Man, they resist a lot. What the hell is their resistance? Come on! Why the hell did that not burn you? I worked 200 days for this champ to burn your butt. Yeah, finally. Jeez. The hell is your resistance? Sarah's pay to win BS. At least it feels that way. Literally, your odds, it's not just pay to win. You have to be lucky. You have to be freaking lucky to pull a Madam. So lucky. Like, I would absolutely lose my mind. In fact, I would do a 200, 300 day fragment summon just to get a Madam. I would do it if that existed. But it doesn't, which is dumb. You have to get her from Void Shards instead. And your chance of getting her for Void Shards is probably the same chance you have of getting a Man-Eater or less. Incredibly low chance. Very small probability. It was the same problem for Cold Heart until they made the Cold Heart, guaranteed Cold Heart event. Yeah, get burned. Now take the burn. Feel it. Get provoked. Get provoked into oblivion. And there we go. We even got some energy fuel. In the next episode, we'll get into that. We can even do a secret room. And thankfully, we have enough Magic champions that we don't even need to worry about I don't even need to worry about having them because I have a boatload. As the funny thing is, wow, what a jerk. What the heck is that? No, attack it, you. What the? I'm bugged. Thank God. What the hell was that? Oh, now you guys get Scylla the Drake. The 180-day thing. Please. Which 180 days in this game is an incredibly long time. Like, it was so long, I thought they'd removed Syl from the game. And then one day, long into the late game, she hatched. Like, maybe not end game, because I don't know when end game is. But I don't think this is end game. I think end game is when you really do have a lot of 60s. Like, you really do have 60s and you have all that good gear. That's what real end game is. When you actually have all this stuff and good gear on top of it. Okay, another fragment of it. I'll take that. Secret Room 3 done. Secret Room 2 is Bannerlords, which need improvement. Because there's a bunch of rabid Hordens. Yep. It's going to be a long climb to the top. I'm going to do a little bit of a different team. I'm going to do it like that for now. Or do I? You know what I could do that'd be really nasty? Do that. Just do that. That'll make them. That'll annoy them. I don't know. I just don't prefer to do Dragon 15 randomly. Dragon 13 is fine. I just don't want a dragon that takes forever right this second. And maybe a clan boss, because I don't know if I've done clan boss. I mean, I know this is going to sound bizarre, but I'm not as fussed about the dragon tournament as you might think I am. Because I just really wanted to, I really want to beat this Doom Tower more than I want to do the tournament. Like, because I want to see this tower fall. I do. Or not fall, but I want to get to the end of it. I want to beat it. I really want to prove to everyone that I can beat it. Like, it's one of my greatest goals in the game, especially now that I have a ton of champions anyway. Like, it's all about developing the champions I have, not getting new ones, except for Arbiter, because I already have a lot of my dream champions. They just need help. That's all. Keep increasing that duration. Look how much poison is getting dunked on him. You see how this setup works? It's a highly aggressive setup. I'll take an ancient shard from that. Thank you very much. I'm looking for some gear, but I'll take an ancient. It's weird that the dungeons have a lot of ancients in them. that guy. Alright, so we're going to burn. Try to increase the duration. Get some poison on ya. One thing that's convenient about this setup is that it has a lot of fail safes in it. So like the damage can keep going up. There we go. 5-star speed piece. Let's go. We did some dragon stuff. Minotaurs. We'll do a Minotaur. Like, I know it's going to sound like a waste to give Drexthar scrolls, but the thing about scrolls and Drexthar is it gives him a thing called Giant Slayer or War Master, and that with HP burn is OP. Like, seriously OP. I mean, block debuffs would be good in here, you know? Stopping Hex debuff, because you take double damage from that. Surprisingly, this boss, after a certain point, doesn't seem to wipe you out very effectively. We'll do a bit of that later. So I'm going to do something weird in the mind. I want to put some of my lower champions in here. And they can have a little bit of a duel. Because I want to have a bit of fun with these suckers. Because at this point, I'm just screwing with them. Let's do a normal clan boss, because... Okay, before we do a normal clan boss, we have to check gear. I knew it. I knew it. Take it. I'll take one upgrade, thank you. Because, yeah, in the next episode.